Good day, friends. I will give you a little update here on what's going on with me this week. My big thing was having my brain surgery on January 30th. And the goal of the surgery was to remove as much cancer cells out of the brain as possible. Unfortunately, this condition will continue, but my life will be continued a little longer, as long as we can keep these dangerous cancer cells out of my head. Anyway, that was the goal of the surgery. Get as much out as possible. One of my big challenges after is that I can't see properly. My seeing is actually very reduced. My whole right side with both eyes is gone. So I'm officially blind on the right side. That makes walking around pretty difficult, especially when I don't feel very stable all the time either. But at least I still am walking. So that's good. So surgery was a success, but I must admit, afterwards, life is not easy. I could wallow in suffering, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to be trusting in God being my peace and my power. You'll see an important verse on the front page of this page. And you will see one of my favorite songs, God be in my head and in my understanding. There's more to it on that song. You can look it up. But I will give you some other audio files from the hospital, and you can listen in if you want. So go ahead and take a listen, and I'll give you some more from the hospital. Talk to you later. Hello, good evening. I made it through the surgery, and apparently it went very well, so that's great. Many people were impressed that I was at peace during this whole preparation, so I credit God for that.
Okay.
And I will see you all again at home, and looking forward to that. It looks like there were no surprises, so that is pretty awesome. So that means I'm gonna get home. And I had a really good supper already here in the hospital. So it's going okay, pretty good. Good morning, family. I thought I would send a little update, a little report, so you can hear what happened and just hear my voice. I am home. And I had a great sleep at home. So much better than spending another night at the hospital. So, as you know, the surgery happened. That was the first thing. And that was about a 4-hour surgery instead of 5. So it was efficient. He was happy with how it went. Then after surgery, you go to a wake-up room where you come out of your comatose or whatever you call it. You're sleeping. And then you get sent to what's called step down. So it's just a different room where they take care of you and watch you and hook you up to all kinds of tubes. I was hooked up to 4 different tubes, which makes it awkward. And you have one night with all that stuff hooked up. It's just not fun. But they did take that off the next day. And the usual procedure is to go from the step down to a ward, to the hospital. And I never made it to the hospital because, well, I showed that I could get home. You have to show certain things and how you're doing so you can get home. You have to show regular body functions. You have to show that you can walk. You have to show that you have someone to care for you at home, which I do, obviously. And I had to go through another MRI and pass an MRI to make sure they didn't see anything that would be bad. And there was nothing to see that was bad. So all those conditions were met. And the doctor on call said, sure, he wants to go home. Let him go home. And I had a very good, also, good nurse, and she really helped in the procedure to make me feel, the most comfortable and to get me home as I worked with the nurse. And it is a very, actually, unusual experience for someone to not use the ward. Like, everybody goes to the ward, but I didn't. I got to come home, and it's a much better place to be. And so I'm just relaxing at home and enjoying home coffee instead of hospital coffee. And anyway, that is the general update of what just happened here. And I'll do a lot of resting, just like I am still in the hospital, because it was hard to wake up. Oh, also had a very good sleep last night. Really long sleep, which I imagine sleep would have been way better at home than when you're in the hospital. All the beeps and other people and lights on and all that stuff. I had my usual bed. I went upstairs. So my walking is still okay. And that's one of the reasons why they let me home, too. So I went up to my own bed, and it was wonderful. Anyway, there's my update, and I look forward to seeing you all again. Have a good day.